right? So here's our first set of examples. The RBI doubled the daily dash limit from ATMs to rupees 10,000 but dash the weekly ceiling at rupees 24,000. So from the five options in every pair, the first word would be for the first blank, the second word would be for the second blank. So you're talking about ATMs, those machines from where you withdraw money, right? So what do you do there? Is there a takeaway limit in ATMs? Is there a withdrawal limit? Is there a stay limit, or is there an encash limit? The maximum options that I'm getting is option C. So let's see that. The RBI doubled the daily withdrawal limit from ATMs to rupees 10,000 but retained the weekly ceiling at rupees 24,000. Okay, so one thing has been changed, the other has not. The word but, which is used in between, shows that there are two different actions which have taken place. So doubling the daily limit but retaining or keeping same the weekly ceiling are different actions, which is justified by the conjunction but in between. So yes, option C is definitely my right answer. Right, this was a simple example. I hope everybody got this one correct. No troubles in this one. This was a simple one. No other option actually makes as much sense. Chalo. Second one. National flag represents hopes and dash of the people of our country and hence should dash a position of honor. The national flag represents hopes and dash of the people of our country and hence should dash a position of honor. So when you're talking about the people of a country, there is a very common phrase which is used, hopes and dash. And the national flag dash a position of honor. So when we are talking about a complete nation's citizens, the idiom is hopes and aspirations, right? Hopes and aspirations. And when you are when you have a place of honor, it is said that you occupy a position of honor. So the national flag represents hopes and aspirations of the people of our country and hence should occupy a position of honor. There is no better option than option B in this case. So definitely B is my answer here. Absolutely no confusions. B, aspirations and occupy is the answer here. Moving ahead. Plastic bags are not dash. They do not dash for a long time. Now we have studied a lot of science in our basic primary school. We also read a lot of things in daily newspapers, right? The problem of plastic and plastic pollution is a major worldwide problem. So scientifically, what are plastic bags? And they do not what for a long time. So we know that the problem with plastic bags is they are not broken down. They remain as it is. It is very difficult to break them down. They do not degrade. So plastic bags are not biodegradable. Degradable is actually breaking them down using any means. Well, chemically they can be degraded. But we are talking about the natural process. Can the natural organisms break them down? No, they cannot. So plastic bags are not biodegradable. They do not decompose for a long time. Now decomposed is technically a wrong word, right? Grammatically speaking, they do not decompose for a long time should be my answer there, right? They do not decompose for a long time. But ठीक है, चलो. Option C is definitely my answer in this case. Did everybody get this one? Option C is definitely my answer in this case. Right? Okay. So option C, moving on. Two dash judgments raise questions about the judiciary's dash. Two dash judgments raise questions about the judiciary's dash. Shrut, does the second word fit there? In your option, does the second word fit there? Now, if the judgments were old, then their question raising should have already been done in the past. If the judgments were old, then they cannot have any new effect, right? If the questions are being raised, that means the judgments have only recently come, right? So earlier ya old does not make sense. Earlier judgments cannot raise questions now. So it is either new, contemporary, or recent. Now, we cannot say non-discriminatory in the second blank, because two new judgments raise questions about the judge's non-discriminatory. That sentence is not complete, right? The sentence is not complete. Non-discriminatory, what? It begs some word to be used after non-discriminatory. So A cannot be my answer. Now, two contemporary judgments raise questions about the judiciary statute. Statutes mean law. Statute means law. Again, it does not fit into the second blank. But you raise question about the impartiality of the judiciary. So option D, that two recent judgments raise questions about the judiciary's impartiality, are the best words to fill in these two blanks. So definitely option D, recent and impartiality, should fill in the two blanks. Did everybody get this one? A cannot be my answer because non-discriminatory, the second word, it is incomplete for the second blank. So definitely D has to be my answer. Nishka, Krish, did you get that? Okay. Next one. Iraqi forces dash Islamic State dash Tigris River in Mosul. Iraqi forces dash Islamic State dash Tigris River in Mosul. Now, both the words have to properly fit. So, let's take them one by one. Iraqi forces negotiating, no, negotiating से पहले कुछ ना कुछ verb आना चाहिए. Iraqi forces are negotiating होता तो ठीक है. So, Iraqi forces negotiating, that is incomplete. The verb does not fit properly. So, A is not my answer. Iraqi forces contest Islamic State nearby Tigris River. You don't say nearby Tigris River, right? When you are indicating a place, you say near something. We say the Tigris River is nearby, but we are near the Tigris River. So nearby does not fit in the second blank. Iraqi forces ravage Islamic State side by side Tigris River. Again, the word side by side is not properly used in the second blank. Iraqi forces encounter Islamic State for Tigris River. Why would you do something for a river? No. Iraqi forces battle Islamic State near Tigris River in Mosul. Now the word battle actually can be used in two ways. The word battle, when used as a noun, means a fight. But it can also be used as a verb. To battle someone means to fight with someone. So Iraqi forces battle Islamic State near Tigris River in Mosul. So option E is definitely the right one. None of the options fit both the blanks correctly. So in this case, option E, battle and near, is definitely the right answer. Did everybody understand why option E has to be the right answer in this case? Okay, if there is any doubt, don't hesitate to ask. Any word you don't understand, definitely you should be asking that. Moving ahead. UK architect dash 5th century Vishnu temple, which is a famous dash in Nepal, destroyed in the recent earthquake. So, the context in this case will help you identify the right answer. if something was destroyed in a recent earthquake, then for something which has been destroyed, what would you do? Would you clean it, rebuild it, wash it, administer it, or touch down it? Obviously, you clean something which is dirty. Similarly, you wash something which is dirty. You don't administer a temple or touch down a temple. Touchdown is a sports term in American baseball, right? In American football. So, for something which has been destroyed, the only thing which makes sense is rebuilding it. So, UK architect rebuilds 5th century Vishnu temple, which is a famous pilgrimage in Nepal, destroyed in the recent earthquake. So, definitely option B has to be my right answer. Option B is definitely my right answer. Right? Do you get this one? Okay. Next one. Dash on digital payments to dash report within a week. Dash on digital payments. Okay, the word dissuade is the opposite of persuade. Persuade means to convince someone. Persuade means to convince someone. So dissuade is the opposite of that. When you try to say don't do it, when you try to prevent something from someone from doing it, that is to dissuade someone. Do you get that? खुशी ओ इतने पहले के एग्जांपल में बिट डाउट लेट्स गो बैक साइड बाय साइड वाला ओके साइड बाय साइड रिवर नहीं सी ग्रामेटिकली साइड बाय साइड रिवर का मतलब they were walking side by side if two people are doing it we say they are walking side by side but Iraqi forces are not side by side river that is bad English grammatically that is incorrect in this one right we can't say side by side river we can say two people were walking side by side. The two rivers flow side by side. But the first river flows side by side. The second river, no. The first river flows near the second river. So side by side is grammatically incorrect. Do you get that? Khushi. Khush. Okay. Chalo. The dash on digital payments to dash report within a week. What do you do with a report? You submit a report. So the panel on digital payments to submit a report within a week. So panel and submit, that definitely has to be the answer, right? Panel and submit has to be the answer. Panel and submit. Chalo, next one. Dash could help with many of the region's problems, but too many dash still stand in their way. Something which stands in the way is known as what? Something which stands in your way is known as an obstacle, right? An obstacle is something which stands in the way. So, entrepreneurs could help with many of the region's problems, but too many obstacles still stand in their way. So obstacles is my answer in this one. Obstacles is my answer in this one. So entrepreneurs and obstacles. That is the answer that we are looking for. Why not B? People could help with many of the region's problems, but too many problems still stand in their way. See Prasanna, do problems between problems and obstacles, which word is something which is better used to describe something standing in your way? Something which stands in your way, you call it a problem, or still better, you call it an obstacle. And a person who can help with a problem, Would you just call that a person, a people, or an entrepreneur? Which word seems better as someone who can help? People could help or entrepreneurs could help? People, of course, can help, but is it entrepreneurs a better word for a useful person? So, entrepreneurs and obstacles definitely is a better combination than people and problems. Chalo. Russian officials dash in Ankara to dash the ambassador's murder, a very serious tragedy. Russian officials dash in Ankara to dash the ambassador's murder, a very serious tragedy. Now, you definitely don't observe or watch somebody's murder. So D and E does not make sense. Now, when murder takes place, what do? To inquire or inquires when you want to know some information like tax rate kya hai, yeah, what is the last date for filling the form, you make an inquiry. But for something like murder, where the police is involved, you talk about investigating it, right? Whenever law and order is involved, something like murder definitely has the involvement of law and order. So there you investigate it, and you can't take off in Ankara, you take off from Ankara, but dash in Ankara. So you land in Ankara. So Russian officials land in Ankara to investigate the ambassador's murder, a very serious tragedy. So definitely A has to be my answer here. A definitely has to be my answer here. Do you get that? Why not C? Russian officials arriving in Ankara. Again, see, ing jahan pe hai. Russian officials are arriving in Ankara, or Russian officials were arriving in Ankara. That would make sense. Saying Russian officials arriving in Ankara to dash is an incomplete sentence, grammatically speaking. Right? Grammatically, that is incomplete. And hence, arriving does not make sense there. Do you get it? Shrut, C cannot be the answer because arriving is not properly used in that sentence. It is incomplete. Okay. Executive board of the institution dash its full confidence in chairman's dash to lead after the economic breakdown in the country. Okay, so the chairman's dash to lead, we don't call it aptitude or importance or strength, right? It's the ability to lead, or alternatively, it could be the inability to lead. So, if we say the executive board of the institution reaffirms, that is, confirms its full confidence in the chairman's ability to lead, it makes sense. But if you say the executive board of the institution freshen its full confidence in the chairman's inability to lead, if the chairman does not have the ability, the executive board will not freshen its confidence. And anyway, we don't use the word freshen for confidence, right? You reaffirm, you say again that yes, we have confidence that the chairman can lead. So the best option is B. Now, what is the meaning of the word impotence? And impotence is something which does not have strength, something which does not have vigor or ability to do something. Normally, it is used when for something which when the male cannot reproduce, when the male does not have strength to reproduce. That is called impotence. If he cannot produce a child, that is impotence. But impotence in general usage generally means the strength to do something, right? So impotence is not having the strength. Impotence is the lack of strength. Potent is something which is very powerful. Potent is something which is very powerful. So impotence is something which does not have power. Right. They were stopped by the dash authorities dash proper travel documents. They were stopped by dash authorities dash proper travel documents. These are my options. Okay, so first of all, options 1 and 5 are definitely wrong because emigration has a single M in it, immigration has double M in it. So the spelling in option 1 and 5, emigration, immigration, that is wrong. So 1 or 5 definitely cannot be my answer. Now, either it is migration, immigration, or emigration. They were stopped by migration authorities to look in proper travel documents. You don't look in proper travel documents. That is incorrect usage. So 2 is not my answer. They were stopped by immigration authorities for want of proper travel documents. For want of travel documents means they did not have proper travel documents. So if you don't have proper travel documents, then definitely you will be stopped. So third one makes sense. Fourth, they were stopped by immigration authorities of need for. Of need for is wrong grammar. Right. So third option, they were stopped by immigration authorities for want of proper travel documents is the correct fillers that we are looking for. For want of means because they did not have. I failed the exam for want of proper practice. Means I failed the exam because I did not have proper practice. So for want of means not having something. So here 3 is my answer. Immigration and for want of. Did everybody understand this? Okay. Do you know the difference between emigration, that is with E, and immigration with an I? Or are they synonyms? Is there a difference between immigration and emigration? If yes, can you tell me what is the difference between immigration and emigration? Swam is the other way around actually. Supposing I'm going from India to Germany. So I'm emigrating from India and immigrating to Germany. When I'm leaving India, I'm emigrating with an E. And when I'm reaching Germany, I'm immigrating with an I. So going away from the country is emigrating and coming into the country is immigrating. Do you get it? Emigration and immigration. E is exit. I means into. याद रखने का. E यानी कि exit. And I means into. So when you're exiting the country, that is emigration. When you're coming into the country, that is immigration. Okay. There is freedom of expression and dash is entitled to a dash. Entitled to dash is a very popular phrase. Entitled, you are entitled to what? You are entitled to what? Entitled means you have a right to something. So, there is freedom of expression and everyone is entitled to an opinion. Right? You are entitled to an opinion. You are not entitled to an estimation, outlook, belief, or judgment. You say people are entitled to their own opinions. So there is freedom of expression and everyone is entitled to an opinion. Second option is definitely my answer in this case. Okay. In the court, the state government dash clearly said the state government will dash security to all the teams. So, first of all, representative is the word. Representative is wrong. So 2 and 4 cannot be my answer. It's not representative, it is representative. Right? So in the court, the state government representative clearly said the state government will dash security. Well, you don't endow, supply, offer, or grant security. You always provide security. Right? The state government provides security to VIPs. So, 1. In the court, the state government representative clearly said the state government will provide security to all the teams. So 1 is my answer. Endow, okay, when supposing Bill Gates comes and says that I'm going to give 1 crore rupees to your school, and every year the topper will get a cash money of 1 lakh rupees from that amount. So that is called an endowment. Right? Bill Gates has endowed 1 crore rupees to the school to give this scholarship. So to endow means to gift, especially in terms of scholarships and things like that. An endowment. Now do you get it? To endow means actually to gift, generally as a benefactor or as a philanthropist. Okay. To be endowed with means to be blessed with. He is lucky to be endowed with great intelligence. He is lucky to be endowed with great intelligence. So to endowed with means to be blessed with. Now the word grant. The genie granted the wish of Aladdin. Right? So when you are in a superior position and when you grant a wish. Or the mother granted the wish of the child and purchased an ice cream for him. So grant is not necessarily for government. When used as a verb form, the grant is generally used when you want something, when you desire something, when you wish for something, and the other party says, okay, chalo, de dete hain. That is the sense where grant is used. So grant is not for government per se. Tirth. Right? Okay. So in the court, the state government representative clearly said the state government will provide security to all the teams. Okay. When asked about the backup plan in case Pakistan decide to dash, he chose to dash his cards to himself. Yes. Okay. So, to pull up to means to come close to. When I was standing outside my gate, the rickshaw driver pulled up to me. So, to pull up to means to come near. To pull over means actually to cheat somebody or trick somebody. He pulled over a fast one on me. Right? To pull over or to call somebody to the side. The police pulled over the auto rickshaw driver because he was driving too fast. So pull over also means to call to one side. To pull out means to withdraw, right? The Indian team pulled out of the cricket match because they were worried about their security. So when you say that no, I will not participate, you withdraw, that is to pull out. And dash his cards. To keep your cards to yourself means to not reveal your plan. To keep your cards to yourself means to not reveal your plan. So in this case, when asked about the backup plan, in case Pakistan decide to pull out, he chose to keep his cards to himself. Right? So definitely option 5. To keep his cards to himself means to not reveal his plans to anybody. It's an idiom. Right. Dash a scenario will not arise. And he's not a person who will dash on things. Shrut, to pull out means to withdraw. India originally decided to go to Pakistan, but when they heard about the bomb blast, they pulled out of the match. So to remove yourself from the match, to withdraw your name from something is to pull out. Did you get that, Shrut? Okay. Dash a scenario will not arise, and he's not a person who will dash on things. Much more a scenario, more a scenario, much a scenario, that a scenario, none of them make sense. Right? So such a scenario will not arise, and he's not a person who will speculate on things. Speculate means guess. Right? To speculation means wild guesses. So such a scenario will not arise, and he's not a person who will speculate on things. To speculate means to guess. Do you get this one? Okay. They dash living out of India, dash the start of Hero India Super League. They dash living out of India, dash the start of Hero India Super League. Now, has been is singular. Has been is singular. So, he has been, she has been. But plural hai, so they have been. But because have is not there, they had been is acceptable. So, either 2, 3 or 5. They had been living out of India. Dash the start of Hero India Super League. Now, for the start of, while the start of your since, when you say some activity has been continuously taking place, but the beginning of the activity was sometime in the past, then since as is used. We have been studying since 8 in the morning, right? We have been studying since 8 in the morning. The activity is still going on, but it started in the past. So since, so option 5. They had been living out of India since the start of Hero India Super League. Option 5 is the one which is the answer. Right? Option 5 is our answer. Now, the ground dash brought back to shape dash the recent India West Indies ODI. Only one option makes any sense. Ground is singular. So were to nahi aayega. Were is plural. The grounds were, but the ground was. And the first blank definitely requires a verb when weather is not a verb. So the ground was brought back to shape after the recent India West Indies ODI. So option 2 is the only option, the only pair of words which is definitely making sense here. So definitely option 2 has to be my answer. Definitely option 2 has to be my answer. Next. The dash teams we dash with are Goa and Delhi. Now, the only teams we play with are Goa and Delhi. This gives you the sense that we play only with Goa Delhi teams, we never play with any other team, right? The only teams we playing with is wrong. The other teams we play with, nahin. The other teams we not played, no. The only teams we have played with are Goa and Delhi. So, we generally play with a lot of teams. Till now, our matches have been with Goa and Delhi. If that is the sense, then fifth one, the only teams we have played with are Goa and Delhi. But supposing you say that we play only with two teams, we never play with any other team. You could also say the only teams we play with are Goa and Delhi. So 5 is the best option. 1 is not incorrect. But 5 is more meaningful. Grammatically speaking, 1 is not wrong. But sensibly, 5 is a better option. Both 5 and 1 are correct. But if it has to make sense, then fifth one is a better option. Right? 1 is not wrong, but fifth is better. Because you don't restrict to play with two teams. You say we have played with two teams so far, the remaining are pending. So fifth is a better option as far as logic goes. As far as grammar goes, both 5 and 1 are acceptable. In the exam, between these two options, fifth will be selected. Next, we dash the consolidation program that dash strengthen the business. Now, whenever you're talking about an effect which is going to happen in the future, whenever you're going to talk about something which is going to happen in the future, then you say will. You don't say would. Tomorrow I will play. You don't say tomorrow I would play, right? So the strengthening of the business, the simple word to use with it is the simple form will. So we have initiated the consolidation program that will strengthen the business. See, will initiate would make sense in the first blank as well. We will initiate the consolidation program, but that would strengthen the business is wrong. You cannot say would strengthen the business. So here, the first option is better. Fifth one though, definitely wrong. We initiate the consolidation program that must have strengthened. No, grammatically that makes no sense. Right? See, whenever you're talking about something which will happen in the future, you don't say something would happen in the future. You say something will happen in the future. Use the simple form. So, we have initiated the consolidation program that will strengthen the business, right? The second blank is the key here. We don't say that that shall strengthen, that would strengthen, that must have strengthened. No, that will strengthen. The word will is the one which is the best thing to use. So we have initiated the consolidation program that will strengthen the business, right? And have initiated is not swayam. A continuous verb form will always have ing in it. Have initiated is the past perfect form. It's not a continuous form. ing form, continuous में तो ing form होगा ना स्वयं. यहाँ पे ing कहाँ पे है? So continuous form तो है ही नहीं. Right. Did everybody get this one now? Right. These diseases dash almost regularly at different stages of the growth and dash heavy damage. Swayam, which one? You're talking about the ninth one, Swayam? Now, program के लिए shall कभी नहीं यूज होता. I shall do it. Okay. बट प्रोग्राम के साथ थर्ड पर्सन के साथ कभी शैल नहीं यूज होता. सो द थर्ड वन, द शैल कैन नॉट बी यूज देयर. शैल कैन नॉट बी यूज विद द थर्ड पर्सन. फॉर एन ऑब्जेक्ट तो डेफिनेटली शैल यूज नहीं हो सकता, विल ही यूज होगा. एंड निष्का, लाइक आई सेड, एनीथिंग विच इज इन फ्यूचर वुड यूज नहीं होगा, विल यूज होगा. The simple form has to be used. Will use होगा, would use नहीं होगा. You don't say I will do it tomorrow. You say I will do it tomorrow. You don't say I would do it tomorrow, right? So will use होगा, would use नहीं होगा. निष्का. Do you get that? Right. These diseases dash almost regularly at different stages of the growth and dash heavy damage. Okay. So heavy damage के साथ दो, the only word which makes sense is cause. You don't occur heavy damage or do or could heavy damage. You cause heavy damage. So these diseases occur almost regularly at different stages of growth and cause heavy damage. Do you get it? These diseases occur almost regularly at different stages of growth and cause heavy damage. That's the only one which makes sense. Right? Grammatically speaking and idiomatically speaking, diseases occur and heavy damage is caused. Chalo. The significant progress dash can be seen in terms of growth dash to weaker section of the society during the next few years. What happens with progress? If you study regularly, then you can see the progress being dash. Shrut, if one of the option makes sense but the other one definitely does not, you have to select that option where both of them fit beautifully. Like I said in the beginning, if one option makes sense but the other does not, you will have to go with the answer where both the options fit. Just one of them. See, some of the options may one of the words will fit, but we have to select there which both of them fit. To percolate means to go down slowly, to trickle down. Supposing you put water, the water enters the soil, so it percolates through the soil. To percolate means to go down slowly, slowly, the way water goes down in soil. Right? ऊपर एकदम एक बाल्टी पानी डाल दो, but it will go slowly and steadily to the lower parts. To percolate means to slowly trickle down to the bottom. Rambling, it has two meanings. Rambling means to talk without any sense. बकवास करते रहते ना, मेरे पास मेरे घर में कुछ नहीं होता ना, I'm just rambling. Saying things without making sense. Or just walking around aimlessly. Either one is rambling. Right? So to talk without sense or to walk aimlessly is rambling. Now, you always make progress, right? Progress is made. So the significant progress made can be seen in terms of growth percolating to the weaker section of the society during the next few years. Whatever growth is that, slowly and steadily the benefit goes down to the lower section of the society. So the significant progress made can be seen in terms of growth percolating to weaker sections of the society during the next few years. Did you get it? The third option is definitely the correct one in this case. The third option is definitely the correct one in this case. To amble means to walk. Prasanna, ambling means just walking. Amble, ambulance, perambulator, circumambulation. To amble means to walk. Ambling around is also walking. Chalo. Infosys has taken great dash during the past 7 years to become dash in its operations. Yes. So fleeting means something which is not permanent, something which is very short-lived, something which is very temporary. Unendurable means something which is not bearable, something which you cannot endure or bear. So unbearable is unendurable. So Infosys has taken great dash during the past 7 years to become dash in its operations. You do not take a great something to make it tiring or brief or unendurable or fleeting, right? When you want to do something good, you want to do make it sustainable, something which can keep doing happening in the future. And strides means big steps, right? Steps means kadam, strides means bade kadam. So Infosys has taken great strides during the past 7 years to become sustainable in its operations. Why would you take steps? Why would you take measures to become unbearable? Unendurable means something which is unbearable. The pain was unendurable. I could not bear the pain. Why would a company want to become unbearable? Makes no sense. So unendurable cannot be the second blank. You want to make a company sustainable. So the best possible option here is Infosys has taken great strides during the past 7 years to become sustainable in its operations. Do you get that? Fleetable नहीं होता. Fleeting is something which is short-lived. Fleet is fast. So fleeting जो क्षण भर के लिए है. I saw a meteor for a fleeting instant in the sky. It comes and disappears. So that is fleeting. Something which is very short and temporary. Fame is fleeting. But something is forever. Fleeting. Something which is very temporary. That's fleeting. Got that, Swayam? Fleeting is temporary. For a very short period of time. So yes, Uvesh, ephemeral. Ephemeral has more to do with ghosts and things like that. But yes, they are somewhat similar in meaning. Ephemeral and fleeting. They are somewhat similar. But good, you know the word ephemeral. That's very good. That's a good piece of vocabulary there. Okay. In the 4 decades since its dash, the internet has driven dash change. Since is always used for something from the beginning. We have been studying since 8 a.m., right? The word since indicates beginning. So conclusion, completion, result, outgrowth makes no sense. Inception means the beginning of something. So in the 4 decades since its inception, the internet has driven dramatic change. In the 4 decades since its inception, the internet has driven dramatic change. That makes sense. So that has to be my answer. Why not the fourth option? In the 4 decades since its result, the internet has driven sudden change. Since its result, does result make sense in the first blank? Does result make any sense in the first blank? Right. So first one has to be the answer, correct? First one definitely has to be the answer. Okay. Next. They are dashed back by a dash of education about how to use the web and by the high cost of internet access and technology solutions. Right. So to be held back means to be stopped from doing something or to be restricted. The police tried to hold back the person who was trying to attack others. So to hold back is to try and restrain. So the high cost of internet access and technology is going to hold you back. So they are held back by a lack of education about how to use the web. When you don't know how to use something, then that lack of knowledge is going to hold you back. So definitely fifth one. Paucity also means lack of something. There is a great paucity of good education. Lack. Paucity is similar to lack. Are we together? There is a paucity of good medical facilities in this village. Do you understand that? Right. Profusion. Okay, something which is profuse is great. I profusely thank you. I greatly thank you. So profusion means lots of. Profusion means lots of. Do you get that? Right. Now, an epic or Aadhaar document will now be enough for any individual to obtain PAN card, as the income tax department has relaxed the dash procedure of having multiple documents to dash one's own identity. What do you do with your own identity? What do you do with your own identity? Right? You don't disclaim, theorize, refute, or justify your own identity. With a document, you have to prove your own identity. And cumbersome means something which is long and tedious, right? Something which is difficult. So you relax something which is cumbersome. If something is difficult, you have to relax it. So an epic or Aadhaar document will now be enough for any individual to obtain PAN card, as the income tax department has relaxed the cumbersome procedure of having multiple documents to prove one's own identity. Right? Cumbrous is a wrong word. Cumbersome is something which is long and difficult. Cumbrous is a wrong word. Ponderous is something which is very long, something which is very lengthy. Right? बहुत सोच विचार करना पड़ता है किसी चीज पे, बहुत लंबा है, that is ponderous. To ponder means to think, but something ponderous means something new. So Prasanna, how do you learn new words, develop vocabulary? You can use books like Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis, where step by step they teach you how to learn, to break and learn new words. But if you really want to remember words for a long period of time, then you have to have extensive reading habits, right? Whenever somebody asks me a new word, I don't just give the meaning, I try to use it in a sentence, because the meaning itself you may not remember, but if it is used in a sentence, then you will be able to understand the contextual meaning. So other than remembering word lists or using books like Word Power Made Easy, extensive reading habits is the one key to having a good vocabulary. Any person with a decent vocabulary will always be a good reader. And it's not reading one or two books, dozens and dozens of good books, not just Chetan Bhagat, but serious authors. If you develop the habit of reading a lot, then your vocabulary will develop. Do you get that, Prasanna? Right? It's a long process. And then of course word games, crosswords, right? Small games like that will also help you. But you have to practice. There is no shortcut to this. Right. There is a dash shift underway in manufacturing. Dash out The Economist. Now this is an idiomatic usage. When there is a change in something, we call it a paradigm shift. Paradigm is the way of doing things, right? So whenever there is a big change, we call it a paradigm shift. If there is a major change in the way something is being done, we call it a paradigm shift. The complete thing is changing. So there is a paradigm shift underway in manufacturing. points out The Economist. Vocational is something which is related to basic work like plumbing, carpentry, electrician. These are all vocations. Vocations are smaller jobs, side jobs, right? Carpentry is my vocation. So vocational education, something which is related to physical jobs. A vocation is a job, right? So paradigm, vocation, did you understand these words? ITI or ITIs are known as vocational training institutes, right? A paradigm shift is a great shift. Because of Corona, there is a paradigm shift in the way education is conducted in India. A great fundamental shift. So because of Corona, a paradigm shift has taken place in the way education occurs in India. Okay. The knowledge service dash of the final value dash a manufactured product would go up and the labor cost would go down. Paradigm is not, see, drastic means sudden and huge change. Drastic means sudden and huge change. Paradigm means something which is fundamentally changing, right? The very basic formula, the basic fundamentals are changing. That's a paradigm shift. Total change is a paradigm shift. Prototype, no, Uvesh, prototype means something which serves as an example for future. For example, before you manufacture in bulk, you first create a prototype, right? A sample. A prototype is a sample. Prototype is not a paradigm. Prototype means a sample. Right. So the knowledge serving trifling of the knowledge service trifling doesn't make sense. The knowledge service disapproval, no. The knowledge service content of the final value of a manufactured product. See, the second definitely has to be off. The final value of a manufactured product would go up. The value would go up. So final value of the product would go up. But the knowledge service disapproval makes no sense. The knowledge service content of the final value of a manufactured product would go up and labor cost would go down. So content and off. Trifling is something which is very small, something which is not very important, something which can be disregarded, जिसको नजरअंदाज कर सकते हो, right? Something which is not of great importance. Trifling, something which does not have great importance. Right, Krish? Trifling is something which does not have great importance. So the knowledge service content of the final value of a manufactured product would go up and labor cost would go down. Agrarian, related to agriculture. Agrarian is related to agriculture. So the agrarian crisis dash in the great famines of 1943 and 1966, following which a major dash to acquire self-sufficiency in agriculture ushered in the Great Revolution in the 1970s. Rigging is something like match fixing. Rigging actually comes from naval terms, like ship में जो पुराने type ship में हो जहाँ पे they use those big mast and sail, a big piece of cloth, right? So उसको tie up करने के लिए जो ropes and other things होते हैं, they are called rigging. But this match was rigged. Rigging also means fixing a match, right? Match fixing जो बोलते हैं. To rig something is to make something favorable for yourself. Rigging. Match fixing is also called. The elections are. Mamata Banerjee claims that the elections were rigged in certain areas. So rigging is trying to get unfair advantage. Right? So, the agrarian crisis, subordinated, there is no such word as subordinated. Subordinate hota hai, but subordinated, not used as a verb usually. This agrarian crisis, rigging in the Great Famines, no. Subjective, no. Culminated, yes, because past may have, so the past form of the verb, culminated makes best sense. This culminated means resulted. This agrarian crisis culminated in the Great Famine of 1943 and 67, following which a major thrust or a major push to acquire self-sufficiency in agriculture ushered in something something. So thrust means push. Whenever a major thing needs to be done, you give it a thrust. So this agrarian crisis culminated in the Great Famines of 1943 and 1967, following which a major thrust to acquire self-sufficiency in agriculture ushered in the Green Revolution in the 1970s. A major thrust to increase the development of corona vaccines is being done in India. Right? Dhakka maar rahe ke aur production ho. So a major thrust is being given for the production of corona vaccines. So to give a thrust means to give a push, to make something happen faster or in larger numbers. To boost. Yes, Krish. To thrust means to boost, to increase, to try and push to increase. Right? Okay. Universities have to not just train manpower but create new knowledge. Dash as dash of new production ideas. Universities have to not just train manpower but create new knowledge. Dash as dash of new production ideas. Right. So, a university is a place where production ideas take place. So, a central point or a central place is a hub. So, universities have to not just train manpower but create new knowledge, serving as hubs of new production ideas. Burgeoning means increasing in numbers, right? The number of corona cases is burgeoning on a daily basis. Burgeon is to increase rapidly. So burgeoning means to increase rapidly, usually used in a negative sense. बोझ अपने सर पे बढ़ता जा रहा है. Burgeoning, बोझ का बढ़ना. Right? Burgeoning. It's usually used in a negative way. When too much of load is increasing, we say it is burgeoning. Right? Did you get this one? Okay. The financial ecosystem must dash to mediate funds towards knowledge acquisition, knowledge creation, and dash of knowledge into production. So, knowledge into production. You always convert knowledge into production, and evolve means grow. So, the financial ecosystem must evolve to mediate funds towards knowledge acquisition, knowledge creation, and conversion of knowledge into production. One is the only option which makes sense. To exonerate means to pardon. To exonerate means to pardon. The court exonerated him of all his crimes. Means they said he was not guilty. The court exonerated him of all his crimes. They said he is not guilty. To exonerate means to pardon. To say you are clear. Next. There are several ways in dash government as well ordinary citizens can dash literacy. Come on, this is easy. Right? There are several ways in which government as well as ordinary citizens can spread literacy. Clear? Makes sense? As this is simple, you don't prove or suppress or disseminate, you always spread literacy. So several ways in which government as well as ordinary citizens can spread literacy. This is pretty straightforward. Such a dash in food grain production means a heavy loss for farmers. So what happens in food production which means there is a loss? If there is a drop in food production, then it means a heavy loss. So such a drastic drop in food production, in food grain production, means a heavy loss for farmers. Suppress, previous में suppress means किसी चीज को दबा देना. In the classroom, when my friend told me a joke, I was trying to suppress my laughter. I was trying not to laugh. I was trying to suppress my laughter. किसी चीज को दबाना is to suppress. Did you get that? To suppress means to try to not let it out. Okay. Such a drastic drop in food grain production means a heavy loss for farmers. Next. There are only a few companies who can dash projects of this dash. This is easy. There are only a few companies who can dash projects of this dash. No, Krish, suppress does not mean forcibly done. Suppress means forcibly pressed down, forcibly stopped. To exorbitant means very high. Something which is too much. Exorbitant means something which is too much. The price of the remdesivir vaccine is exorbitant. Nobody can afford it. The price of the remdesivir medicine is very exorbitant these days. Means it is too high these days. There are only a few companies who can dash projects of this dash. So there are only a few companies who can handle projects of this magnitude. There are only a few companies who can handle projects of this magnitude. Why not 3? Who can manage projects of this height? Height kyun, Nishka? There are only a few companies who can manage projects of this height? No. Project size के लिए we use the word magnitude. Height is usually for dimensions, length, breadth. उन चीजों में height use होता है. Right? And you don't see after a project is done, you manage it. But in the beginning, you handle project. You don't manage project. Management of projects is afterwards. So handle and magnitude is the best option. Right? Nishka, Khyati, there are only a few companies who can adjust project. You don't adjust a project. You handle a project. Adjust means something ko jo already is working and you are trying to change it. To adjust means to change so that it fits. You don't adjust projects. You handle projects. Right? So you don't adjust you don't adjust projects. You don't arrange projects. Right? So projects of this magnitude. You handle projects of a certain magnitude. Magnitude is overall dimension. Height and depth, they are one dimensional. Height is only for going up, depth is down. But magnitude, length, breadth, height, everything. So magnitude is the correct word there. Yes, Prasanna, exo or X. X means out. In means in. So extrovert, introvert. Right? So X and in, they are prefixes. Usually meaning out or in. X means out, exit, X. And in. So X and in. Yes. Okay. The solutions are to avoid the dash altogether by dash a slightly different route. Impasse means when two opposite parties are meeting at a point where you cannot cross, right? It's a narrow bridge and both of you are on the middle of the bridge and you cannot pass. Deadlock, correct. So an impasse usually is when two parties are at a point where you cannot cross each other. Gridlock is traffic में सारे तरफ से गाड़ियां फंस गई हैं and none of the cars can move. That's a gridlock. When multiple vehicles meet at a point such that nobody can move forward, traffic jam जिसको बोलते हैं, right? Traffic jam अपना देसी word है. The proper word in English for that is called a gridlock. A position where everybody is fixed in such position that nobody can go ahead. That is a gridlock. So the solutions are to avoid impasse altogether by taking a slightly different route. You always take a route, right? Even if you don't get the first blank, in the second blank, you always take routes. So the solutions are to avoid the impasse altogether by taking a slightly different route. See, अगर taking के साथ gridlock होता तो हम use कर सकते थे. The solutions are to avoid the gridlock altogether by taking a slightly different route. But gridlock के साथ liking है. Dilemma is a situation where you don't know what to do. Kashmakash, right? When I was given the choice between selecting a cake or a pastry, I was in a dilemma. When I was given the choice of eating either a samosa or a kachori, I was in a dilemma. I could not decide. Right? A dilemma is a situation where you have choices which you are unable to select from. So that's a dilemma. See, cliched कुछ नहीं होता. This word cliched is something जो घिसा पिटा है. But that is CLICHED. CLITCHES, no such word. Cliches, there is no such word. It's just given to confuse you. Cliches, dictionary mein you won't find this word. Right? See, it's not necessary that all the words are proper words. Sometimes they will just create a word and you will feel as if it is a word, but it's not. Chalo. The number of students dash sick has reduced dash because of the new sports facilities. Predicament, yes, a predicament means a dilemma. Sort of. They are almost similar to each other. Predicament is a tough situation. Predicament is you are caught in a tough situation. Dilemma is not able to make choices. They are somewhat similar but not perfect synonyms to each other. They are not perfect synonyms but somewhat to each other. Krish, little. Stuart Little. Little means chota ya thoda. Give me, you should have a little water. Little means thoda. Come on, Krish, that's an easy word. Previous one was impasse and taking. Impasse and taking. You get that? Impasse and taking, previous one. Okay. So, reduced significantly. So the number of students reporting sick has reduced significantly because of the new sports facilities. The number of students reporting sick has reduced significantly because of the new sports facilities. Do you get that? Did you get it? Okay. Fourth one, the number of students complaining sick has reduced highly. You don't complain sick, you report that you are sick. Right? You don't complaining that they were sick. You don't complaining sick. The number of students complaining sick nahi hota. Whenever you come and say that you are sick, you are reporting that you are sick. So 4 cannot be my answer. Right? The word complaining is wrong for the first blank. Okay. Roads in rural India dash built dash millions of crores of rupees. So something is built. You don't build roads with rupees. You build roads with money. You build roads with tar and construction equipment, right? To build with something literally means using that object. You build a houses with bricks. You build a road with stones and tar, right? If you say built with millions of crores of rupees, it means पैसे को रोड पे डाल के बना रहे हो. You don't use the money as a raw ingredient, right? You build for millions of crores of rupees. So roads in rural India have been built for millions of crores of rupees. When money is spent on something, you say it has been built for, that means the cost of building was so much. When you say with, it means you are using that as a material to build. You don't build roads with money. You build it with raw material, right? So with नहीं आएगा, for आएगा. So one cannot be my answer. The first may are likely to be make sense. Roads in rural India are likely to be built, but the second does not make sense. You don't build it with rupees. You build it for so much rupees. Did you get it? The fourth one is the right one, not the first one, because of the second blank. Did everybody get this one? Right. Moving ahead. Dash bad weather conditions in the final match. The batsman dashed the match alive. Now, in spite के साथ ऑफ यूज नहीं करते. यू डोंट से इन स्पाइट ऑफ, यू से इन स्पाइट समथिंग समथिंग समथिंग, राइट? इन स्पाइट के साथ ऑफ यूज नहीं करते. एंड यू कीप अ मैच अलाइव, सो मैनेज्ड नहीं आएगा. सो डिस्पाइट बैड वेदर कंडीशंस इन द फाइनल मैच, द बैट्समैन केप्ट द मैच अलाइव. द मैच इज ओवर, पास्ट. जहां पे हो सके दो ऑप्शंस में एक अगर सिंपल फॉर्म है और एक अगर आईएनजी या कंटिन्यूअस फॉर्म है, ऑलवेज गो फॉर द सिंपल फॉर्म, राइट? सिंपल फॉर्म से अगर करेक्ट आंसर हो सकता है, नेवर एवर यूज द आईएनजी फॉर्म. डिस्पाइट बैड वेदर कंडीशंस इन द फाइनल मैच, द बैट्समैन केप्ट द मैच अलाइव, राइट? सो सेवेंथ वन में डेफिनेटली फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज राइट इन द सेवेंथ वन. डू यू गेट इट? जहां पे सिंपल वर्ब फॉर्म से काम चल सकता है, नेवर यूज द आईएनजी फॉर्म. द रूल ऑफ वर्ब्स is always to use the simplest possible form. If the simple form makes sense, then don't use a ing or a perfect form. Did we get this? Are we together so far? Right. Next one. There is certainty dash the corporation is coming with a preference dash higher quality. Now this is simple. You always have a preference for something, right? So there is certainty that the corporation is coming with a preference for higher quality, or there is certainty to the corporation is coming for, two doesn't make sense, right? So the first option, there is certainty that the corporation is coming with a preference for higher quality, should definitely be my right answer. Right? This one was simple. I think majority of us got it right. Very good. Chalo, let's take a couple of more examples. The pharma industry in Asia dash flourished dash the last 3 years. जहां पे now the pharma industry, it is singular. Pharma industry, the entire industry is taken as a singular unit. तो have been नहीं होगा. Have is for plural. Has is the singular form. So the pharma industry in Asia has flourished in the last 3 years. Has been, the pharma industry in Asia has been flourished. No, has been flourishing. Has been flourishing के साथ आएगा. The pharma industry in Asia had flourished past the last 3 years. Past the last 3 years is wrong. So, past the last 3 decades. So, the pharma industry in Asia has flourished in the last 3 decades. Right? Second one has to be the answer in this case. The pharma industry in Asia has flourished in the last 3 decades. Did everybody understand why the second one should be the right set? Chalo. Let's take one last example before we take a break. Women from poor households dash included dash management group. Okay, let's take a look at it. Women from poor households have been included from management group. No, you are included in something, you are excluded from something, right? So have been possible hota, but the second blank cannot be from. So women from poor households are included in management group. When you're included in. So are and in. Women from poor households are included in management group. That is my right answer in this case. Makes sense, right? So, did you get the examples that we did today? Basic fill in the blanks. Either proper contextual grammatical usage or idiomatic usage is required. Right? So, fill in the blanks. You'll get a lot of examples online as well. There are a lot of free websites also where you can practice extra. So, we are going to take a break now. Right? The same ID will continue for the second session as well. Right? We'll take a break of about 5 minutes. We join back for the second session of analogies. Right? So, the same session ID will continue, but we'll be taking a break for about 5 minutes now.